So it's 10 and 15.
Hang on. Robin, do you want to go ahead and start the recording?
I did.
Okay.
All right, we're recording. All right, it's 10:15. We'll start. It's called to order the meeting of the Special Assigned District Advisory Committee. Jason, if you'll walk us through the cases.
All right.
Need to do roll call.
Yes.
Roll call. So we have Murphy present.
Aye.
Murphy Webster, Todd Harden present.
Aye.
Cookie Piedmont present.
Here.
And myself, Dave Dumas, present.
And city staff, we have Jason Poole and Mike Martin and Donna Mormon. All right, we have 3 cases today. The first is number 22011400003. It's an application for a certificate of appropriateness by Juan Kim of Texas Pro Signs, Inc. for a 556 square foot illuminated attached sign on the southwest elevation. The address for the site is 800 North Harwood Street, and the sign is located on the southwest elevation. It's located in the downtown sign district in the central business subdistrict. The zoning is PD 708, subdistrict 1. This is to be considered an upper level flat attached sign. The sign is to be installed on the facade facing North Harwood Street on the window mullions across the 23rd story. All applicable code has been met. There's a detail in the report. That code section is 51A-900, or should be 7.900. Just an overview on the sign. The sign consists of a set of channel letters. It's constructed entirely of metal, plastic, and LED lighting. The face of each letter is designed to backlight white, and this will be the only part of the sign that will be illuminated. Here is an aerial map for the site. Our GPS hasn't been updated yet, so that building was in existence whenever the photo was taken, but it's now there. But that is the site. And the zoning, PD 145, which is the Arts District, is to the northwest. And then we have at the southwest CA1, which is Downtown Special Provision Sign District. And that kind of falls all around the south side of the building as well. Here is a location map. You can see the sign faces Harwood. And this is the plot plan that the applicant provided. You can see I corrected the orientation on the left side, and there's an arrow showing where the sign's going. This is an elevation view. The sign occupies approximately 6% of that upper level facade area, and about 20% of the 30% allowance. This line here should actually be moved up a little bit because it's not quite at the top of the building, but you can see the sign's clearly in the upper level sign area, which is the top 36 feet of the building. Here's a closer location. And a detail on the effective area. Here are the sign details showing how it's constructed. Again, it's a plastic face. The face will light up. Everything lights up white, and the entire letter itself is white. And it's installed on a frame across the window mullions. And the engineering showing how the frame's constructed and the mounting. This is a site photo showing where the sign's going on the building as it sits today. This is taken on Ross. And here's kind of the surrounding site. Here is taken from Woodall, and I believe that was Ackerd that I was standing, but you can kind of see the building there. This next one was a little bit closer on Ackard, so it does have some distance away that you'll be able to see the sign. Here is the Methodist Church across the street on the other side of Harwood. If we move over here, looking across the intersection, you can see the Arts Museum and then Fountain Place back here in the background. And this is directly across Ross. You've got the Tremel Crow Building and the Arts District. And then looking further down Ross, you can see further down the Arts District. Here are some of the surrounding signs. To the southwest is the mayor's sign. You may remember that. It was a mid-level sign that was approved last year. And we've got some upper level signs here, which is just a plastic face like what they're proposing here. And then the Hilltop Securities and the D, which are relatively close, like this building is right over in here relative to these two signs. And staff recommends approval.
Okay. Do we have any questions from the committee members? No questions? Do we have a motion?
This is Todd. I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motions to approve. Do we have a second? Murphy seconds.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do a roll call vote. Murphy?
Aye.
Aye. Todd?
Aye.
Cookie?
Aye.
And the vice chair votes aye as well. It's unanimous.
Okay. The next case, both of these two cases are going to be at the same site. It's case number 220140007. It's an application for a certificate of appropriateness by Marie Byram of Byram Sign and Lighting for a 98.9 square foot illuminated attached sign on the southwest elevation. The site is 2620 Maple Avenue. It's located within the Uptown Sign District, and the zoning is PD 193 HC.
Murphy?
I will.
Yes, we need to excuse Murphy.
Yeah. Okay, Murphy will be recusing himself and we'll drop off here.
So, Jason, I unmute and stop video.
Yes, mute and turn your video off.
Okay.
All right. And Murphy has recused himself.
All right, again, PD 193 HC. This is the first of two signs that have been submitted for this site. This sign has been submitted as sign B. Sign A is to be reviewed under case number 220114008, which will be the next case. Both of these signs are considered upper level flat attached signs on a type A facade. All applicable code has been met. And an overview of the sign. The sign is a push-through acrylic cabinet constructed of metal, plastic, and LED lighting. The cabinet and sign face are painted dark bronze metallic, and the push-through decorative ornaments on the sign, the border and S, are to be white and will backlight white. The outside perimeter of the sign will also halo light white. The top of the sign is to be located just above 36 feet on the 14-story tall Type A facade facing Maple Avenue. The overall projection of the sign will not exceed 4 inches. Here's an aerial map of the sign. Correction on my part, this is actually the whole dirt lot here. It's been replatted. I will correct that for the future, but this is the entire site. The signs are located on this blue part here, but the subject area is actually this whole block here. And here's the zoning map. The closest being this sub-district 146 of PD 193, which for practical purposes, it's under the same zoning and it is a business zoning district. So it does follow the same guidelines that the subject site follows. To the north is all business zoning. And then behind the site is PD 9, which I believe is a non-business zoning district, and it's got a historic delineation right behind the building. Here is the site map. You can see sign A and sign B. Sign B being right over the garage entrance, and sign A will be on the top of the building, which we'll look at next. Here is the elevation detail. They gave a percentage breakout of glass to rest of the building. So their window percentage is 32.6%, which falls right in line with the 20 to 50% for a type A facade. The sign is located right over the garage, and it is 36 foot to, or just over 36 foot to the top of the sign. Here's a close-up detail showing the lighting. And a construction detail. Again, it is a cabinet with push-through acrylic. And the subject site. This is taken from across the street at the Crescent. You can see the sign goes right over the garage. They're still in process of building the building, so there was a lot of scaffolding up. And here's the surrounding area. This is looking, I guess it'd be northwest on Maple. You can see I believe that's the Hotel Germain, is the name of that. Inch just to the side. On the other side of the building, you've got this restaurant area here. Across the street, I believe these are offices, but again, same zoning. There's an office building up here on the corner. And this is a little further down from the offices in the previous picture. And the intersection here where Cedar Springs and Maple all meet, you've got the office building here in the corner. Here are some of the signs around the district. That's a push-through cabinet, similar to what's being done or proposed. The old Warsaw, which is some neon. There's the Capitol, which is a set of reverse channel letters on a backplate, which will halo light. You've got the Clover Club, which is similar to the previous sign there. It halo lights on a backplate. This Cole Vines. There's a externally illuminated sign, and then neon open face channel letters with neon lighting. And then the Crescent. And staff recommends approval.
Okay. Any questions from committee members?
David, I have a couple of quick questions. Well, it's mainly one question. On page 3 in the write-up that Jason sent all of us, it talks about 51A-7.1104. And evidently there were some updates made or some changes made. What drove those changes, and are these changes that would then be applicable for all future signs in the district, Jason?
Let me pull up that reference.
Yeah, it's special provisions for all signs, and it's on page 3 in the.
Bear with me just a second. right, and you said it was page 3.
Page 3, and it's right where, about midway down the page, Jason.
Yes, where it talks about the LED lighting being a suitable replacement. Yes, that does cross all signs in this district, so any future sign would be looked at that way.
Okay. Just below that, where it talks about the rules relating to the erection of all signs in the Uptown District are expressly modified as follows.
Okay, that just calls into effect the overlay for that sign code. All of these, most of these older SPSDs have that same language. It is an overlay to what's there, and under 7.505, where they set up the SPSDs, that is what the language uses, is these SPSDs modify the existing code. So that's the language used, is when the SPSD is set up, the business rules no longer apply the way it was originally written, and these provisions now overlay those business rules, or in some districts, completely replace them. This one, it happens to overlay them because there's some things that aren't addressed by the SPSD, which would fall back on the business zoning provisions in this case. Some of these would fall back on non-business, but being that the HC is a business zoning district, anything not covered by these provisions is covered in the business zoning provisions.
Okay, thanks for the clarification. I saw that and it just raised a red flag for me. Appreciate that.
Sure. That's the way most of the original SPSDs were written, is it's a modification of the rules.
Cookie, do you have any other questions?
No, that was it. Thank you.
Okay, Todd, any questions?
No, I have no questions.
Okay, we have no additional questions. Do we have a motion?
I so move that we approve and follow recommendation from the staff.
And I will second.
Cookie. Yeah, Cookie motions and Todd seconds. We'll do a roll call vote. Cookie?
Aye.
Aye in favor. Todd?
Aye, in favor.
Todd in favor. And the Vice Chair, David, in favor. Unanimous. We'll go to the second case on this site.
Sorry, when I closed that out, it closed the presentation.
Yeah, you find your spot.
All right, the next sign is case number 220-114-0008. It's an application for a certificate of appropriateness by Marie Byram of Byram Sign and Lighting, Inc. for a 143.1 square foot LED illuminated attached sign. The site again is 2620 Maple Avenue, also in the Uptown Sign District. The zoning is PD 193 HC. This is the second of 2 signs submitted for this site. This sign has been submitted as sign A. Sign B was just reviewed under 220-114-0007. Both signs are considered upper level flat attached signs on a type A facade, and all applicable code has been met. This sign is a set of reverse channel letters constructed of metal, plastic, and LED lighting. The faces of the letters will be painted gold metallic, and the returns, which are the sides of each letter, will be painted dark bronze metallic. The letters will halo light, and the sign is to be located at the top of the 14-story tall type A facade facing Maple Avenue. The overall projection of the sign is not to exceed 4 inches. Again, here's the aerial map and the zoning map. The sign location, you can see here, sign A. Here is an elevation, and you can see it's at the very top. And a day-night view. This is the electrical details. And a construction detail. Here's the subject site again, and I've got arrows indicating at the top of the building where that's being installed. And the subject site, these are basically the same photos as the previous sign. I can go into any detail on any of them, just let me know. And signs surrounding this area in the same district under the same regulations. And staff recommends approval.
Questions from the committee? Looks like we don't have any questions. Do we have a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
Todd motions approved.
Second, and Cookie.
Cookie seconds. Roll call vote. Todd
Aye.
in favor. Cookie
Aye.
in favor, and Vice Chair David is in favor as well. Unanimous.
Okay, the last item on the agenda is the minutes.
Okay, we need to bring
We need to
Murphy
bring
back.
Murphy back.
Yes.
Murphy, can you turn on your camera and turn off your mute? Okay, so Murphy is back into the meeting and we'll look at minutes. Has everybody seen the minutes? Is there any comments on the minutes or corrections?
Right, me.
I see no corrections, so the meetings will stand as printed. Do we have any other business, Jason?
That's it.
Okay, I show it's 10:36 and we'll close this meeting of the Special Assigned District Advisory Committee. Guys, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody.